Hey everyone, today is October 14th, and I just finished watching Final Girl. This is a 2014, no, 2015 movie, directed by Tyler Shields, starring Abigail Breslin, Wes Bentley, Logan Huffman, a bunch of other people, and it is about a final girl. Um, there are these four guys, they're nut jobs, and they pick up women and then take them out into the woods and hunt them. And meanwhile, Abigail Breslin, who was orphaned as a child, is taken in by Wes Bentley, and he trains her to kill killers. Basically, his wife and daughter, I think he said, were murdered. Um, so he wants to get some revenge and stop other psychos. I'm not really giving anything away here. You learn all this in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So Wes Bentley, his character anyway, is training Abigail Breslin's character, and the mission that we're seeing, of course, is her going after these four guys. Excuse me. I like this flick, and don't confuse it with The Final Girls, plural, which is a movie I'd like to see. This is just Final Girl, and it's entertaining, it's violent, and it I felt it had sort of a the best term I can come up with is a fairy tale quality. Just the way it was shot, a lot of the scenes, a lot of the shots, the lighting, a lot of these things are sort of, I don't know if hyper real is the best way to put it, um, but an otherworldly quality. So, and since a lot of it takes place in the woods, I don't know, that just sort of a fairy tale feel came to mind. Um, and that's not a bad thing. It's an interesting way to have made this movie. There's a lot of unnatural lighting used to great effect, but it's yeah, it just has sort of an unreal feel to it, and there are hallucinatory scenes, but it's not just those scenes that I'm talking about. That adds to it, of course, this weird feeling. But even the normal scenes, the regular scenes, whatever you want to call them, have this bizarre feel to them just because of the way it's done. And that's an artistic choice, obviously, by the director, and it was a good choice, I think. Uh, the actors all really good. Abigail Breslin is fantastic. Um, she's a let's see. I'm gonna click here on IMDb because she seems like a very petite young woman, 5'1", so that's petite, and she kicks ass. So it's that sort of Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of thing where you had tiny little Buffy kicking ass. Now you have 5'1" Abigail Breslin with the bluest eyes possibly that I've ever seen. Um, just a cute little thing, and she's an ass kicker, which is fantastic. Wes Bentley, I really like his character, even though he's a bit of a cipher, and the relationship between them is interesting and complicated. And I think Logan Huffman, the other guy that I mentioned, actually, I'm pushing the wrong button here. I know you love looking at the top of my head. Yes, so Logan Huffman does play Danny, who was my favorite of the four crazy dudes. He's the most over the top. He's very entertaining. Um, the main, I guess, the main psycho dude plays pretty much a straightforward kind of sociopath. Um, and one of the other ones, Shane is the character's name, played by Cameron Bright. He's the other that's kind of relatively straightforward, but maybe isn't even as necessarily as bad as the others, I guess, I suppose. And then Nelson is has some twists to his personality, which you'll see if you watch this film. He's got some interesting things going on with his character. But Danny, Logan Huffman's character, uh, definitely the most outright crazy. He wears his crazy on his sleeve. Um, I like to think is a good way to put it. Very entertaining, and I have it on DVD here. There aren't a lot of bonus features, but one is Logan Huffman outtakes, um, and it seems appropriate that he would be the one that would have outtakes because he has the most flamboyant, for lack of a better term, character. Excuse me. So yeah, really entertaining movie. Um, it's well, it's not really a slasher film, I don't think. Even though Final Girl sort of brings that to mind. Of course, that's the what they call the heroine in so many slasher movies. Your main your survivor is a female. That's where the term comes from, the Final Girl. Um, but this isn't such a straightforward or at all a straightforward slasher film with a typical final girl who ends up who gets caught up in a situation and ends up surviving, finding the strength to stop the killer. This is a girl who's trained to go out and kill these killers, uh, which not the most original. Again, you Buffy, it was her calling to be a slayer. Um, and the comic book Hack Slash uh, is about a girl who kills serial killers. Um, so not 100% original, but a very well done variation on that story. Not that it's I don't know that it's a trope quite yet, but definitely entertaining. Short, well, pretty short. Let me see if I can find. It's 84 minutes, so less than an hour and a half, um, and well worth the time. Again, I keep forgetting to give ratings to a lot of the movies I've watched so far this month, but I will give Final Girl. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10 special cocktails. As always, a reason for that. And if you want to know, watch the movie. If you've seen the movie, you should know why I say 8 out of 10 special cocktails. Um, so that's it. Very fun movie. Uh, Wonderful performances. I really liked, especially Wes Bentley and Abigail Breslin, both fantastic. Um, so I recommend it. I'll have a trailer for it up here somewhere. And that's all I've got for October 14th, 2016's Horror Movie Marathon Fest. And I will see you tomorrow.